What up, everybody? Iam Snap from the Gold Coast, Australia.
Turn it up, yeah, the radio is playing my song. What do you know now? I've been waiting for this moment all my life.
I want to make a public service announcement in regards to my upcoming EP, Soopafly. The EP was recorded probably over about 3 months, which it took a team of 6 or 7 of us. My producer Matty J from up north Queensland, he done probably 3 or 4 of the beats on the EP. My mix engineer, extremely talented mix engineer, Josh Marshall from CY Entertainment. And then my feature artists, Matty Z, Courtney Hayes, Renata Roja. They're all Gold Coast, Brisbane-based artists. I'm really lucky to have them as part of the team. I've been rapping for about 16, 17 years, and I mean, for, you know, obviously we love hip-hop music. That's why we do this. So there's the love there and inspiration from many. There's many factors that inspire, you know, an artist doing what he does or writing what he writes. But as far as this EP goes, I mean, after years of being in the industry and, you know, serving out tracks that were meaningful to me and, you know, really meant something to me, but, you know, as much as a lot of other people enjoy them, it's not really, you know, I want everybody to feel it. I want everybody to feel it, you know, so the only way to do that is to make people dance, because everybody loves to dance. I love to dance, I'm sure you love to dance. So yeah, we've really brought it upbeat, and you know, we really want to hit it and give something to the people that they're going to enjoy. I remember years ago, I had nowhere to live, I had nowhere to sleep, I had absolutely nothing. My missus had left me, she took the kids, etc, etc. You know, typical hardship that a lot of people go through, especially artists. You find they all have very similar stories. But yeah, I remember a time a lot of years ago, I was just desperate to record one song. And this fella, he wanted me to gather up $1,000 and pay him $1,000. He was going to do my album, and he was going to do this, and he was going to do that. And I've like scrounged up this $1,000 from here and there and everywhere I possibly could, and got him this money. And then he said, "Oh, come around my house on Tuesday or whatever it was. It was in a couple of days." Okay, and I'm really highly anticipating this day. Like, yeah, getting all well dressed and nice. Go to this dude's house, and he's moved out of this house, so I've lost $1,000. And that was the beginning of it. But I think rather than being deterred, I think it really gave me a drive to keep on going and fulfill my dream of getting to where I want to be and being a known artist and people enjoying my music. Apart from that, we progressed into, I ended up getting some consultation from a reputable company in Beverly Hills, who brought me up probably for the past 6 years and you know, taught me a lot of things about the industry that I really needed to know as a young artist, and you know, helped to develop my music and my image, and, you know, just general things, general industry things that are required. And then I think it was 2012 we released Streetlights, and it had global distribution. I don't know what to say. It was a really good song. It was a stepping stone. It was a stepping stone to where we are. And I think Streetlights was probably the last track that I did where I really put my heart on the line, like about where it all came from, where it started, and and you know where I am today. The basic topic of the song was, you know, coming from nothing obviously to something. I remember this corner out the front of my mum's house in Canberra, and you know, in hardship, whether we were fighting or, you know, through my drug addiction, you know, mum would kick me out and I'd be out on the corner and there was this street light on the corner, and I remember sitting on the gutter there underneath this street light and you know, just in misery, depression about my life and how it was, and so Streetlights, the song, it's basically, you know, talking about all that, and then ultimately looking down upon streetlights, you know, from where we were to where we are today. So yeah, so we dropped Streetlights, and then, you know, the ball started really rolling after that. The song started getting better quality, the production started getting better, more people wanted to be part of the team, and then it progressed into more of a dance kind of genre. Yeah, just I really wanted to take that extra step and start getting dancers involved, and you know, really start upgrading on my videos, production, etc., etc. But in order to get to that, I've obviously, you know, had to go through the hard times and prove myself, because a lot of artists, they don't want to keep going, they'll stop, and so other people don't really want to get involved with them, you know, like 100% involved with somebody, unless they know they're going to be there for the ride until the end. So I've had to prove myself to, you know, mix engineers, producers, etc., in order for my team to come together like it has. So, you know, everything's going really good now. We're really excited about the EP. Everybody's really hyped about it. There's talks about a tour coming up. You know, we're still yet to come up with some dates, but it's going to be big. It's going to be exciting. We're putting a lot into it. So, yeah. Next question. Working on this EP compared to previous releases, this was a lot easier. I think just the experience was the experience now. Like before, it was like it was learning. I was learning. It was like I was in school, so I was making mistakes, and you know, there was mistakes here and mistakes there. Still in confusion about how to market a product, in confusion about business and how to run a business, because all that is involved in the music industry. Whether you're a rapper or a rocker or you're into dance music, whatever you're doing, it's business. This is a business. So yeah, this EP compared to the old stuff, it's been quite a breeze. Being that, you know, we really know what we're doing. We know who we are. We're feeling it, and it's coming together smoothly. The upcoming EP, Soopafly, the production is you know, probably 30% better than some of my older releases, and that's due to purely because of the fact I've gathered a professional team. I've gathered up a team who knows what they're doing and willing to invest their time into me and help get it to where it needs to be.
Before you saw me here, I was banging them out of the box. Not talking about tracks but rocks, but using as much as I was slanging. So don't mistake this for glorification. Go ahead and quote me here on what I'm saying.
The song Soopafly came about. Matty J produced the beat, and when I received it, I as soon as I heard it, I automatically was like tapping my foot. It was just an absolutely banging beat, beautiful. It was an odd kind of beat. It was something that I probably wouldn't have usually gone with. It's dancey, yet it's got hip hop and funk elements to it, which is really odd for me, and really odd in general for the industry. Yeah, with Soopafly, it just came together when I started writing to it. It just came together so easy because the beat really just wrote itself. It was just really funky. You know, just throughout the whole thing, you just constantly want to be tapping your foot. That was what I found with it. So, but yeah, an unusual track, but it really, really inspired to keep going with the dance thing, with the whole dance thing for the EP. Soopafly I wrote actually when I was babysitting my daughter, while my fiance was at work, and it was probably about 1 AM, and sat down. I actually had other projects that I was working on, and I thought, oh yeah, okay, I'll throw on this beat and see how it goes, and started writing to it, and it just all came together so quickly and smoothly, and by the morning, yeah, the song was completely done. So, and yeah, and then all we had to do was get in, lay down vocals on the Gold Coast, and then shoot the vocals across to CY Entertainment and get them done, and then yeah, travel away from home to come up here to just get the final master, mix down, etc. done. Now that Soopafly has been completed, it's phenomenal. To the ears, it's just bliss. To me, it's exactly how I imagined it to be, and there's no better feeling than writing something and having the idea and visualizing it, and it actually coming together as good, if not better, than what you your expectations were when you started writing it. So yeah, it came out really good and really grand. The One I Want was actually written to a completely different beat originally, and at the time I was actually hanging around with a couple of friends of mine that were over from Chile in South America, and they were playing a lot of their music, and I was getting a lot of inspiration from that, and then the Spanish, I speak some Spanish in the song, and that was actually suggested by one of my close friends, Pablo, and because he was translating a lot of my English into Spanish, just playing around, and so we kind of, he was like, hey, why don't you put this in your song, and I thought, yeah, okay, well that's a great idea, show me how to say it like that, show me how to translate that, and it just worked, and it just sounded hot, so we went with that theme, the whole Spanish dance. The One I Want actually took a while to write, being that I started writing it to a completely different beat, so it had a completely different feel. And then it was one of them tracks that I wrote a while ago, and it kind of sat there for quite a while, like probably 6 months it sat there for, and it got to a point where I wasn't even going to do anything with that song. It was just going to sit there. And then when I got with Matty J, and he sent me across the beat that the song is with now, I thought, oh, okay, maybe I can bring up the One I Want and see if it goes with this beat, and it kind of just worked. And so, and being that the new beat changed the feel of the song, I kind of had to change some lyrics and that, but yeah, it really it really worked, and it came together well. It was just one of them tracks that was kind of a little bit accidental. It just kind of came together. The way it came together was really odd, but it works, it sounds hot, it's big, you can dance to it, and yeah. I don't think there's one thing I would change about that song. I am satisfied from start to finish. It's just so full and complete. And I've 100% enjoyed putting that song together. Maddie Z, the singer on it, she worked 100%. She's also on Soopafly. She's got such a diverse range that you can kind of almost put her on anything and it works. Yeah, so the One I Want, I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are. I'm sure you will be. Boom came together. It was actually another older song, similar to the One I Want. It was a song that I wrote quite a while ago, and then it kind of just lay dormant I was not actually going to do anything with it, and it was originally titled Move, and it was recorded on a beat, on a completely different beat, and the BPM actually used to be about 20 BPMs faster, so it was dramatically slowed down. I was laying in bed one night, came across this beat online, fell in love with it. It was beautiful. The bass line was banging. It just had these really cool synths, and I'm thinking, wow, you know, what can I do with this? What can I do with this? And then the following morning, I'm having a shower and I'm listening to the beat, and then I thought, and I started getting the lyrics of this Move song, and I'm thinking, wow, that'd really fit in that. I just got to slow it down a bit and change the hook, because the original hook was just not going to work in it. But I started rapping along to it using it. And I'm showing my fiance, and she's like, yeah, that works, that sounds good. And so I did that, kind of thought, yep, okay, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the rap verses, but now I've got to come up with a hook. And I'm listening to it. A couple of days later, like, took a couple of days to gather some ideas. We were driving in the car, and the song by Kim Wilde, Keep Me Hanging On, from the 80s, came on, and I thought, wow, that'd work. That's it. And it's not like me to come up with something, you know, unoriginal, but I thought, you know, if we can kind of take that tune a little bit, that'd really work. That'd sound hot. So that's how I got the idea for the chorus. And yeah, we put that together. I got a great singer, Courtney Hayes, who she does a lot of work in cover bands, and fortunately she actually already done that song like numerous times in her cover band, so she was really used to it, and so, you know, she could get that tune down pat really quick, and yeah, so it came together well, and that's how Boom happened. Boom. We got the exclusives of the beat from a producer in Germany, Evolution. It had to be worked on, it had to be tweaked, so passed it over to CY. He's done his magic, and, you know, brought up the trumpets, and the trumpets actually is what sold it for me when I initially listened to that beat. The trumpets were just so grand, in your face. I mean, it's the first thing that enters when the song starts, so that was the main thing. CY brought that up, got that bass line really pumping, and to the standard of the other tracks, ready for the EP. So the process of taking this EP from, you know, 5 different tracks that are all up and down and at different levels, and, you know, to actually come from the Gold Coast, come and meet Josh at CY Entertainment, away from home, you know, it's been, because I've known Josh from CY Entertainment for quite a while online, and to finally actually come here, meet him officially, and actually be working in the studio together, mixing down this EP, and getting some real hands-on work together, it's really worked out well. It's benefited the EP, you know, a million times, rather than discussing business online and sending files and that. Actually taking the time and the effort and energy to organise travel and come here and go away from home, and, you know, come here for a solid week to get this finalised, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, we've sat here and we've learnt a lot about each other, and the way we stand in the industry, and how we look at things, and it's fortunate that we both look at things very similar. I was fortunate to have my DJ DK come along for the trip. He's had his input in on it, which has been great. So we've had the 3 of us to really, you know, kind of go through it and add our little bits and pieces, you know, which is always good, because one person might miss something and the other one will pick it up. So it's really added to the EP so much that, you know, the quality is just absolutely outstanding, and that's something you'll notice when it actually drops. It's good to be out physically doing something rather than sitting at home. As much as I miss my baby and my fiance who are back at home, you know, she knows I'm out here working, and that's what it is. We're out working, we're getting this EP done. It's really exciting. She's excited, my team's excited. It's great, it's good. My fiance Anastasia, she's extremely supportive. She's at home, taking care of business at home, looking after our daughter. Currently moving houses. So yeah, for me to be here doing this, it's extremely important. It's extremely important in our lives to be doing that, and I'm so grateful to have her there to understand that and support it. So yeah, she's there 100%, and I'm extremely grateful.